I'm feeling pretty sexy. I'm ready to go out. I'm looking pretty sexy. I'm a sexy beast. Hear me shout. What the fuck, man? Who created these things? It was the devil. Seriously, this is what everyone looks like in hell. I'm wearing clothes, I'm ready to go, and I have to leave in precisely 2 minutes. And I'm giving my fabulous white thrift store fluff monster its first outing because it's fucking freezing out there. And have I said already? No, I haven't. I'm going to VNV-themed tonight. I haven't been to a gig in a really long time, like years and years and years. And it's amazing how early you have to get ready for a gig compared to going out clubbing. Usually I'm still sitting on my arse in my pyjamas at this time. I don't usually start getting ready for another hour, but here I am wearing clothes. It's quite hectic. But yes, I'm only going to this gig, actually, because of one of you guys commenting me back in November on Instagram and saying, VNV-Nation are playing Birmingham next year. Are you coming? And I thought about it. I was like, ooh. So I went and bought a ticket and came back and said, I'm going now, thank you. So here we are. It's the night. I have for once remembered to bring my ticket because whenever I have a gig to go to, never remember my ticket. Never. Everything else, like makeup, got my bean salad, got my coffee. Haven't made my coffee. Oh, too late. No coffee for me. But yeah, I remember everything, not the ticket. Got the ticket tonight. I've never been to this venue before. It's a venue that actually has this alternative night every week that looks like this clusterfuck of scene kids with like drunken teenagers hopped up on Jaeger bombs vomiting everywhere. That's what I picture. With it's called Uproar, spelt raw, R-A-W-R. Yeah. But anyway, VNV-Nation finishes at 10 o'clock. Uproar is on at 10:30. So I'm really fascinated to see the kind of people who turn up at the end. Like, do scene kids still exist? Are they still out there? Are they going to come piling down to this club that I'm going to tonight? Anyway, I need to go. But yes, briefly before I go, I did say many years ago, if you've been lingering around here for a very long time, I did say that VNV-Nation were one of the most disappointing live bands I've ever seen when I saw them back in 2011, 2012. The reason for that wasn't that they sucked. Everything was good. It was their set list. Their set list was rigid as fuck. It was dance track, filler track, dance track, filler track, all the way through. So you dance to one, you'd be like, yeah, yeah. There was no moment of like, oh, that was good. Oh, this is even better. Oh my God. There was no like escalating of the mood. It was rigid. And that really pissed me off. But it's a few years later now. I'm a few years older. And quite frankly, if they still do this thing with like filler tracks sandwiched between dance tracks, it's all right. I'm an old goth now. I'd quite like time to get my breath back. And, it makes me wonder if they're actually sponsored by the venues they play out to do this. Because, my God, it's got to increase the bar taking, surely, by loads. If you don't have people dancing and dancing, if people dance and then they go, ugh. So every 2 tracks they're going, ugh, let's get a drink. Wow, I mean, VNV-Nation bar takings must be huge. But anyway, let's see if they do that tonight. So I'm going to go. Unfortunately, there's probably not going to be particularly great footage, if any, of VNV in this vlog. I will try, but I'm not bringing this camera because the last time I brought it to a gig, I wasn't allowed to go in with it anyway. So I'm going to bring my little shitty purple digicam that doesn't have zoom, that fucks up the sound, that is generally a piece of crap, but it looks like a piece of crap, so people usually don't say, "Ooh, that looks professional, you can't come in with it." Not that this looks professional, to be honest, but it's still a big camcorder, and they think I'm up to shifty things. Even though realistically, I'm not one of this younger generation who goes to gigs to stare at the entire thing through a fucking screen for the sake of likes when they get home, when they upload it. I go to gigs to be at the gig and to dance at the gig. And, I don't think I've ever actually recorded any footage at a gig in my life, ever. I've tried to take pictures when I saw David Bowie in 2000 at Glastonbury. Wow, I'm old. But he was too far away, and this was like literally a film camera. This was that long ago. And all I got was like a grainy smudge in the distance. And that's the only time I've ever tried to film at a gig. But anyway, let's see if I manage to film things. Right, don't forget phone. I haven't put on perfume yet. Oh, okay, right, perfume. Let's go. We are late. We are running fucking late. We are running so late. Oh my God, I'm going to have to drive so fast. My spikes are totally hitting the roof. I'm having to sit here like a hunched up gerbil, and I've got my polar bear coat on. It is freezing. There was ice on my windscreen. Go, 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 go! This is Gran Turismo mode now. You gotta hit 88 miles per hour, kick the flux capacitor into gear, and fucking time travel there. That's the only way we're gonna do this. It looks slippery. This looks very slippery. Oh Jesus. Oh my god, I nearly ended up in the ditch. Wow. I didn't actually skid, but my god, there is visibly some ice on this road. Oh, fuck me. I can't even drive like a wanker now. Oh, dude. I'm gonna be so late. Let's have some Ramones just to really assist with the impatience issue. Go, 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 go. Fuck's sake. You're one of these people who likes to drive a whizzy car but not actually use the acceleration. I see the kind of person you are. Oh my god, I'm supposed to be there literally 3 minutes ago! And I'm about, what, 15 minutes away? Fuck! How did this happen? Oh, this coach is enormous! Dude! Oh my god! Oh my god, they're so close together! I'm not overtaking this douchebag. No way, not until I can. Oh my god. Oh my god, he's huge. Your coach is not made for this road, mate. Look at it, it's over the fucking line. What? Oh, I'm just gonna have to boot it in a minute. Go charge. See, this is the bit where any sane modern person turns to their sat-nav, but I turn to a piece of paper in my hand which I've written down directions on. It's a system that has served me well since 2004, and I am not giving up on it yet. I got so lost in Birmingham a few weeks back that I wanted to fucking kill myself, and at that point the sat-nav saved my ass, and I began to see why people like these things. Because my A to Z wasn't helping at all. I was literally like on the curb, pulled up with my hazards on, screaming at my A to Z. There was a woman going past with a pushchair, giving me looks like she was about to call the fucking police because I was clearly psychotic. And, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna give in. I'm gonna turn the sat nav on. Oh, what are you doing, mate? What the fuck are you doing? But I really do prefer to have directions written on a piece of paper and be able to visualise the map in my head because I've seen it. The idea of just putting in a postcode and blindly driving, like only knowing street by street by street as it's shown to me, that freaks me out a bit, to be honest. Okay, this is the point at which I don't know where I'm going. This is the point at which it is all new. Panic attack, hang on, what do I do? What do I do? Do I go this way or that way? Are we lost? Oh dear God in heaven. What is this? What is this? What is this? Oh shit, this is Hospital Street. Oh, this is the wrong road. Just gotta go around the block, theoretically. God, it looks dodgy around here. It looks seriously dodgy around here. Oh wow. Oh, this is a shithole, man. I'm gonna get stabbed. I think that's allowed. I think I can park here. Okay, alright, well, I have no idea where I am, but I think it's just up there. Putting my boots on, putting my boots on. I can hear some thumping. I can't work out what it is. It doesn't sound familiar, which is a good sign. It sounds quite kind of industrially gothy, but it doesn't sound like a VNV Nation song, so hopefully I haven't missed anything yet. What's the time? Ooh, okay, it's 8:10, so I'm actually only really 10 to 20 minutes after I wanted to get here. I might be a little bit illegally parked, but fingers crossed it doesn't look like the kind of place that a parking warden is going to walk around at night because they probably get stabbed. I was going to leave my coat in the car, but because I don't know how far away the venue is, I'm going to put it on. I'm going to be a polar bear. Thank God I bought this coat instead of my leather jacket, because this is actually going to keep me warm. Right, okay, all right. I don't think there's any time to smoke any weed before we go. I think we should just get going. So, let's go. And I hope they let me in with this camera. It's tiny. It's a tiny little camera, so hopefully they'll let me. Please let me not be lost. Please let me find the car on the way back. Please let me not have missed the gig. Let's go.
So far from shores, hide my behind, and so far from shores that into reach, and I am yet to reach. I try to find the strength I need.
Well, that was partly absolutely fucking beautiful. That was so beautiful when I first got there. I got there and they were playing Epicenter, and I was busting for a piss, but I was like, I can't be in a toilet queue while they're playing Epicenter. That song, I've been walking at night listening to that song recently a lot, and it inspired a scene in the novel I'm rewriting. It inspired a whole total change of mood and everything in that scene. So they were playing that and I was like, dude, okay, fuck my piss. I'm just gonna go and dance to this. They played that, followed by Chrome, followed by Control, and I was like, this is heaven. But it's a very frustrating kind of heaven because there's not really room to dance. It's a dancey band, and I'm just packed in with people, and all I can really do is I'm very stuck to myself right now. Oh, I'm stuck to myself. But no, all I could really do was stamp my feet, and that was quite frustrating. It should have been a bigger venue. It should have been a way bigger venue. But then they did the thing. They did the thing. Except it was worse than the thing, because instead of going dance track, filler track, dance track, filler track, they went epic, 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 epic. Filler track, filler track, filler track, filler track, and then it ended, and it was a filler track at the end. So you kind of walk out feeling a little bit like okay, I'm not sure. Doesn't leave you on a high note, but nonetheless, it was beautiful. I'm gonna put my little matching gloves back on again now. And where's my other glove? Where's my other glove? And many people told me they liked my hair, including one very drunk girl who literally grabbed me by the head. Your hair's really nice. And I nearly lost my ears. I had to check I still had them. But no, it was nice. And I was trying to, God, my car is like so. Let me just turn on the engine and start defrosting all this shit. No, I was trying to ask the cloakroom girls, like, what music they actually play at this uproar night that is on in a minute. And they were saying, some rock and some punk and some metal, and then they said, we had a Bring Me the Horizon night recently, and I was thinking, I'm not going to say anything, but that's kind of exactly what I was afraid of. That kind of thing, that's the kind of thing I don't want to go to. That was sort of beautiful. Okay, let's go home. Go. Okay, yay, we're moving. Oh, what are these people doing? There is chaos. There are goths in cars causing chaos everywhere. But no, it was beautiful. It was beautiful to be at a gothy gig and see so many people there dancing around and being so happy, and so many gothy people. Oh, I'm having festival thoughts now. I'm having big time festival thoughts. I need a wee. Oh, I need a wee so badly. Is there anywhere I can do a wee at this time of night? Like literally, actually it's not that late, is it? Fuck me, it's not even 10 o'clock. Yes, there's got to be somewhere I can do a wee. I bet TGI Fridays is open. I'm gonna take a piss in TGI Fridays when I get there, but it's quite a way. Especially if this man in front of me dithers incompetently. Where's my turning? Oh, I hate this bloody roundabout. Everybody hates this bloody roundabout. Come on, where are the reassuring red lights of somewhere I can urinate? I'm gonna go in this swanky fucking restaurant and I'm gonna see how many people I can offend with my hair and my desire to piss for free. A very, very swanky looking restaurant right now. And I'm gonna walk in and look for a toilet. Success, I've managed to pee. Actually, they were playing The Cure in there. They were playing The Cure, Friday I'm in Love. That's what happens. You put The Cure on at a nice restaurant. You attract the goths like moths. They come in, they piss in your toilets, they take selfies in your mirrors. There was an old man who kind of gave me a look like like I was walking up waving a knife at him or something. Just like try to look innocuous. I'm trying to look like I'm just sidling through innocuously like this, looking like a gigantic fluffy chicken with blue hair. Anyway, right, awesome. Okay, I'm happy now. Going home. Oh god, it's weird. It's weird to be going home at like before 10 o'clock from Birmingham on a Saturday. What is that about? That is weird. See, if this was any kind of logical world, the goth club would have been on tonight and everyone would have gone from VNV to the goth club. Wow. No, the scene's dead, the city's dead, it's only on monthly and it hasn't coincided, so all those fucking goths, whole packed ass room full of goths, and they're all just going home like me probably, going, well this is weird, this was weird, we're going home now. Like, the golf club could have made a fucking killing tonight, but no. It's not their fault, it's the venue's fault, but still a bit late. I had to have a kitchen dance. I had to look up their live stuff on YouTube, of which there is some which is very good. I found Epicenter, I found Control, I think I found something else that I like also, but yes, so if you haven't seen them live, or if you have, or if you like them at all, I do recommend having a big kitchen dance to their live stuff, because it is fun. It is fun. I'm like a weird budgerigar. I'm always quite happy dancing with a mirror. I find it weird to just dance in a living room without a mirror, but if you've got a mirror, it's like there's another person dancing with you. Like a little budgerigar, you're tricked into thinking you've got a friend. That's been my recent form of exercise, because it's been so cold and horrible for walking. I've started kitchen dancing instead. Kitchen dancing is my exercise. And actually, I've lost weight. I've fitted into my jawbreaker dress. It was amazing, gorgeous, like brocade steampunk jawbreaker dress that I haven't been able to get into. Every time I try and zip it up, there's like this much at the side of here and it just won't. And this time I got into it and I put it all down to kitchen dancing. But yeah, oh, it's lovely tonight. Oh, I'll show you what I was wearing. This is what I was wearing. This is my crazy chicken coat. My crazy chicken coat, which I got from a thrift store. And it's lovely, but I got it in summer and it was too hot to wear it, and I've finally been able to wear it. Also, I have a very shiny bum indeed. My bum is very shiny. And these Fashion Nova trousers, it's the first thing I've ever bought from Fashion Nova, and I fucking love them. Oh my god, Fashion Nova need to do like a goth selection, seriously, because it's very hard to find the gothy things on their website. There's like a lot of mainstream crap, obviously, because it's a mainstream crap website, but the gothy pieces are very good. Hang on, my nose is running. I need to blow it, and that's not a very dignified thing to film. It's really annoying. I've had a cold for weeks, for about 2 months or so, I've had a cold. My nose is always running, so my makeup always ends up, it's not too bad today, but I usually end up with a little pink nose where I've had to wipe it all off. My singing voice has been fucked for weeks and weeks and weeks. Trying to get anything recorded is so difficult because it's just weedy and it just dies after about 3 takes, and it's like, why have I had a cold for weeks? It's pointless. Anyway, where were we? I've showed you my outfit. It's very slimy. I'm very slimy in all this fake plastic. On the subject of fake plastic, hang on. I know this is completely off topic, but this is a vlog. You're here now. Tough shit. You have to tolerate it. No, I got the most amazing thing at a thrift store the other day. And I haven't showed you it yet. Hang on. Look at it! Look at this absolute fucking orgasm of a coat. Oh my god. I went into the thrift store, I saw something in the window that looked a little bit gothy, and I thought, hang on, has the mysterious local goth been in? Because there is one, because I see a lot of like really, really nobody but a goth is going to buy this type things in that charity store. I had a feeling they might have been back in. They clearly were, because I've also got a really lovely studded dress. It's beautiful. It's a little bit tight at the moment. I can get into it, but I think it'll look better, hopefully, in summer. If I've lost maybe about another 4 pounds, and then I think it'll look great. But anyway, this was the prize of them all. I saw this and I just snatched it off the rack because I was like, everyone must want this. This is so beautiful. Nobody could not want it. And I had to try on the dress, and I gave this coat to the woman. I was like, this is mine. This is mine. Hide it. Hide it. Look after it for me. I am buying it. Definitely buying it. Don't let anyone touch it. And it actually came with a black fur collar, which I kind of liked, but it's a bit too bulky, and I'm thinking I'm going to cut it down a bit. But it looked quite cool with that. But oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. £7. Sorry, I just spat at the screen with enthusiasm. So £7. It's pristine, this jacket. I mean, it's basically new. The dress actually still has tags on. Both of them are by Parisian labels. This is by a Parisian label I've never heard of, but then I've never been to Paris. And it smells lovely too. This, I mean, it's fake leather, I think. But it smells. I don't know whether it's been worn a little bit or whether it's just hung in someone's closet, because it's really picked up the smell of someone's perfume. And you know how like leather and fake leather really take on scents, and the scents don't come out of them, which is kind of what's so lovely about them, and what's so sexy about guys' leather jackets, guys with leather jackets, and their leather jackets in general. The way they pick up the smell of the guy is so sexy. I think almost anyone's leather jacket, unless they're like a sweaty, grimy person, leather jackets are sexy because of the smell. And it's not just the smell of leather, it's the smell of the person. But the perfume on this, I'm actually considering taking this jacket to a perfume counter and saying, sniff this, can you identify it? What do you think it is? Because it reminds me a little bit of B-Pal's Edith Cushing from the Crimson Peak selection, which I do have, but my skin, it murders it. I can only wear it in my hair. But it's, if you haven't smelled that one, it's basically vanilla, but it's a kind of floral, musky, but very buttery vanilla. And the perfume on this is just like that, but in a more perfumey way. Like, whereas B-Pals always smell quite kind of natural, this does have a perfume scent to it. But I really like it. And I want to know what it is. I think I am going to mod it a little bit. I'm going to get some... I don't know what paint to use, because I've never painted on fake leather before. Somebody said acrylic. Is that good? Somebody tell me. I will do some Googling anyway, but acrylic paint or whatever's good. I'm really conflicted about doing the whole cobweb thing on the points, you know, because everyone does that. Really, every goth in the world with a modded leather jacket has like the spider web on the point because it fits so nicely. I'm so allergic to like doing what once I've seen more than about 4 or 5 people doing exactly the same thing, I'm kind of like, on principle, I don't want to do that. So, so I don't know what I'll draw on mine, but I'm going to put a logo on the back. And I think, yes, if you saw my Cocoa Pink unboxing, there was a scent called Wayward Vampire. And I thought that's such a cool logo. I want that on a t-shirt. So I think on the back of this, I'm going to paint in big swirling letters, Wayward Vampire. And that's going to be my logo. Because I'm also a little bit weird about band patches, actually, on jackets. Because I know it's like the thing to do. It's like the coolest goth thing to do is to find band patches that, you know, and you've got to have a perfect combination of like the really, really obvious classic ones like Susie and the Banshees and the Sister Mercy and a Batcave patch, obviously. But then you've also got to get some really obscure shit in there just to make yourself look really knowledgeable. But I've never been really into the whole plastering yourself in band patches thing, not since I was at school. I did it with my rucksack at school, but now it's like people who get band tattoos, I'm always like baffled by that you would have so much faith in this group of honestly probably quite dysfunctional people. I think you do have to be a bit dysfunctional to be in a band and to make it work, and to want to be the centre of all this noise and all this pressure and all of that chaos every night for years and years and years to make money. It's a very strange and unique career path to take. You know, but there are these multiple people. Bands always change. Their stuff always changes. Sometimes different band members have different viewpoints, and then you can get one band member going off and becoming like a really vocal Nazi or something, and you've got their logo tattooed on you or something. I don't really like to put trust in things outside of myself very much. So band patches, because it's almost impossible for me to think of a band that I 100% am like, I love everything about them. I think that, you know, they represent my soul. There's always like, yeah, but there's all this shit they do that I don't like, and that album sucks, and like currently they're not so good, or like they've got those poppy songs that I don't like, and not so much into like, yeah, representing myself in a shell of band patches. So I'd rather just have words and things that appeal to me on mine. But anyway, turning to the whole fucking point of this vlog, the gig. Yes, I arrived, I was late. They ended about 45 minutes earlier than I expected them to end. They ended 45 minutes before the scheduled end of the gig, which meant they started quite a lot before when I got there. I suspect I saw half the gig, which is sad. And I didn't see them play A Million from the new album, which I love so much. I'm not a huge fan of the new album, but A Million is a bloody lovely song. I suspect they played that at the beginning because I didn't get to hear it. But yes, walking in the middle of Epicenter, it felt very, very, this is all fated to be. This is perfect. I got here in the middle of Epicenter. So that was lovely. But yeah, the end of the gig did kind of nosedive down into the... I'd give you the names of the songs, but I'm afraid I don't know them because I don't like the songs. But the one about Shine a Light on Me that they get really passionate about, and I don't feel that song at all. But you know, lots of songs like that they've got a beat. I mean, you could dance to them, but... And I mean, you guys tell me, do you genuinely love those tracks by VNV that are kind of slow and you never hear played at clubs, you would never play at a club? Those songs, do you actually like them? Because obviously some people do, because whenever I look on Deezer and I play VNV from like their top played tracks, all this slow shit like is near the top always. So a lot of people like it, but I don't. To me, VNV Nation rock as a band with gorgeous lyrics, yes, and gorgeous instrumentals and everything, but they're a dancing band for going clubbing to. But yeah, I'm left from this gig thinking festival thoughts. because I really thought about going to Treffen earlier this year. I was really thinking about it. And I've got some friends who are going, not super close friends, but I think they'd probably help if I didn't know what I was doing. But then I thought, you know what? I've had so many bad experiences at festivals. I mean, I loved Whitby. Loved Whitby. But I hated Infest, I hated Resistance, and I hated Resistance a second time. So festivals are going to be a huge gamble for me. I mean, Treffen seems like a good balance of actual gothiness. It's not just like a freaking rave festival, like a rave festival in black. That was my problem with Infest and Resistance. They weren't my people. There was no thoughtfulness. There was nothing that was the goth scene in the 90s and was what I loved about it. It was just rave people. It was just ravers in black. And Treffen does seem to be a bit more actually goth. And there's the quiet bits as well. There's the quiet bits wandering around the city, and it's not all just like rave. So it could be good. But if I don't enjoy it, it's very expensive. Very expensive, really. In terms of the money I have, it's very expensive. With the flight and the hotel and the shopping I would do. Hell yes. So it would be expensive. And if I didn't enjoy it, that's my money blown for any holidays this year. So I was thinking, you know what? Treffen's a gamble, but New Orleans for Halloween isn't a gamble. Like, dude, that's going to be there's no way that can't not be amazing. Did I just do like a triple negative then? I'm so tired. I have no idea. But it would be amazing. So I was just going to fix my sights and try and start saving up for New Orleans. But when it actually started feeling like a real possibility, I realised how terrifying the idea is. It's a 9-hour flight. It's very, very far away. I haven't been that far away in my whole life before. It's like that bit in The Hobbit, in Lord of the Rings, when Samwise Gamgee says, if I take one more step, I'm going to be further away from home than I've ever been. It would be further away from home than I've ever been. And I haven't been to America since 2008. And I've never been there alone. I mean, I've never properly holidayed abroad alone. I mean, I've flown out to Amsterdam on my own at least once and met my friend there. So I'm not bothered about flying on my own. Kind of. Airports are horrible. I've spent a week in Spain on my own, but I was at my dad's place. So I knew the area. It wasn't like foreign. It wasn't like, I don't know this city, I'm lost as shit, I don't know how to work anything. It wasn't that. And so the idea of doing New Orleans, 9-hour flight on my own, miles away on my own, city I've never been in, on my own. I could honestly see myself buying the plane, not literally the plane ticket, buying the hotel, spending all this money, and then the day I have to go and get on the flight, just being so anxious that I don't do it, and that I just tossed like 600 quid down the pan because I can't get on the plane. Like, that could happen. When I went to Florida, oh my god, we went down south to stay with my friend who was going with me, Bill. We stayed with his aunt and uncle the night before because they were near and they were going to drive us. Our flight left at about 3 o'clock more like 5 o'clock in the morning. It was horrible. And that night in their house, I was shitting myself. I didn't want to get on the plane. If it hadn't been for Bill and letting Bill down, I honestly think I wouldn't have got on the plane. The minute we touched down in Florida, I wasn't anxious about anything anymore. It was my first time flying long haul ever. And but we got to America and it wasn't foreign, you know? It wasn't like, I can't speak the language, I don't understand what's in the shops, the food's different. It felt friendly. It was just like the UK, but friendlier and cleaner and bigger and glossier. And I didn't have a shred of anxiety the whole time I was there. And honestly, much as I didn't want to get on the plane out, if it hadn't have been for Bill, there's a good chance I would have not got my flight home and just sort of extended my holiday until the point that I was completely illegal in the country, and then I would have had to go home. But no, he was there, and he was like, "No, come on, you've got to get on the plane. You can't just stay in Florida because you don't want to go back to your life. You know, you can't just do that." I think I could have done. I think I could. I mean, I don't know how long you're legally allowed to stay, but you can stay a few weeks, can't you? Oh, I never wanted to leave, and I was so desperate to get back. I bought lip balms, and I said to myself, I am going to get back to America before these lip balms are gone. Well, it's been now 11 years, and I haven't got back. So I'd love to. I really would love to, but I need practice. I do. I need some practice of going somewhere a bit less scary on my own first, which I might just do London. I've been meaning to do London for a while, go and see Highgate Cemetery and go to Slimelight and go to Camden and meet some friends, maybe an ex, since everyone has just moved to London or lives in London. And that on my own would be quite intimidating. I hate the tube. I hate London. And doing that on my own, that might be a good enough practice run, really, for New Orleans. I've talked for a very long time, I'm sorry, and I'm completely waffling. But so I might just do that as a practice for New Orleans. But after tonight's gig, I am thinking, can I scramble around in time for Treffin? Because I haven't sorted my passport yet. I need to get my passport sorted. Oh, because it was lovely. It was lovely tonight. Having really good music. And I think the crowd at VNV tonight, they mostly seemed older than the crowd you would get at Infest or Resistance and the things that I've hated in the past. Maybe it was just that I was kind of near the back, and probably the old goths congregate at the back. But everyone I saw seemed to be about my age. Yeah, mostly older. I would say about 30 to the oldest person I saw looked late 50s. And that was the crowd tonight. And that felt really, really... There was no one being obnoxious, basically. To put it bluntly, there was no one being really obnoxious. Everyone was really friendly. And there were a couple towards the end in the back room with me who were like having a little dance. And they were beautiful. They were just so beautiful. They were just such beautiful dancers. They were there together, and they danced in the kind of style that reminded me of starting on the goth scene, when people were, it was a little bit more kind of two-step trad gothy, and it was a bit more elegant, and it wasn't this very, very kind of stompy machine industrial dance thing that like everyone does now. And it infects you all, it infects me. I do a bit of it too, but it was really nice to see that. It felt like a very, these are my people sort of crowd. Where I've talked forever and ever and ever, so I'm going to go away. But yes, I really do recommend checking out VNV Nation's live stuff on YouTube and having a dance, because it's very fun. But no, tonight was lovely. Tonight was lovely. I do wish they had ended. I know I keep complaining about this, but I do wish they'd ended just with one upbeat dancey track, because they went off, you know, and everyone was like, blah, 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 and they came back again. But when they ended, they just ended. They didn't do the whole kind of like, this is our final track, and then we're going kind of thing, and then play one more. And I wish they'd done that. They don't seem to be very good at reading the crowd and kind of flowing with the crowd. It does seem to be quite a rigid set list, and I do think everything was fine, but just to have said all the lovely things they said at the end, you know, they said about us being a nice crowd and everything, and that was nice, but I wish they'd said all of that and then said, and here's one more for the road, and given us something really fucking dancey. You know, if they still had Control or Chrome or something left over, or even Standing, which they played towards the end, something like that, just to end on a bit of an note would have been quite nice, instead of feeling like, honestly, if they'd had the set list pinned on the wall or something, I probably would have left 15 minutes before the end because I was kind of like, yeah, and another one, and now it's over. So where my initial feeling of like, this is the beautifulest thing I've ever been to. By the time I left, I was kind of like, oh, well, I enjoyed that, but So, so there was that, but yes. Have a kitchen dance to their live things. This is incredibly long and rudely long, frankly, I think. So I'm going to shut up now. And I'm going to go and wash out my hair, actually, before I go to bed, because lying on this is horrendous. It's horrendously uncomfortable, as you can probably imagine, because it kind of, and it pulls your hair. So I think I'm going to have to go and kill my hedgehog before I go to bed. Right, this is long. I'm literally going away now. Bye-bye.